Just the last few years, the combination of statistical techniques and big data have allowed us to do a much better job than we previously were able to do in being able to translate web pages or other kinds of information into other languages. For example, today, Bing Translate, which is Microsoft's translation system that comes out of Microsoft Research, Bing Translate translates millions of pages a day for users into their native language. It's an extremely heavily used service. Now, if I want to have what I'm saying be translated into Chinese, we can take the text that comes from my voice and put that through a translation system. It really happens in two steps. In the first instance, we take the English and we convert it more or less word by word into Chinese text. And I think pretty soon we may see that up on the screen. So what happens is we're basically taking the English text and pushing it through the translation system. We then have to reorder that text in Chinese because the word order in Chinese is not the same as the word order in English, to produce something that begins to resemble something that a Chinese speaker might say. So now we're taking the things that I'm saying and we're converting them into Chinese text. Now, the last step that I want to be able to take in this process is to actually speak to you in Chinese. Now, the key thing there is we've been able to take a large amount of information from many Chinese speakers and produce a text-to-speech system that takes Chinese text and converts it into Chinese language. And then we've taken an hour or so of my own voice, and we've used that to modulate the standard text-to-speech system so that it would sound like me. So what you see now is the result of that change. I'm speaking in English, and hopefully you'll hear me speak in Chinese in my own voice. Again, the results are not perfect. There are in fact quite a few errors.
结果并不完美。他们提出不少错误。
There's much work to be done in this area.
在这方面有很多工作要做。
But this technology is very promising.
用这个技术很有希望。
And we hope in a few years that we'll be able to break down the language barriers between people.
数年后，我们希望能够打破人们之间的语言障碍。
Personally, I believe this is going to lead to a better world.
这我个人认为这将导致更好的世界。
I hope you enjoy the rest of the presentations today.
希望今天你喜欢其他的讲座。
Thank you.
谢谢。